goes there.
Oh. Well now, what do we have here? Are you another ghost? I cannot bring you the peace you require, Spirit. Leave me be. So I thought. No need to put on airs with me. I understand your plight, Spirit. My name's Skinner, and I am trapped in here, much like you are trapped in undeath. Now, what do you require to leave me alone? Well, Spirit, unfortunately, assaultrons are military-grade hardware. As such, all of our machines have already been spoken for. Outstanding deal with the United States military, just waiting for pickup. You understand. Ah, excellent. It's been waiting for you. Though our records show the request from McClintock was for a replacement handy frame, not an assaultron. Here, you may collect it upstairs. And you'll do what exactly? Kill me? Release at long last? As welcome a change as that may be, I really should decline. But here, it's been so long since anyone's given even a thought to what I may want. You'll find it upstairs. I do hope the new machine is serving you well. We pride ourselves on our dedication to quality. Excuse me. Entrance into the showroom is for customers only.
Hey, you got one. Signal's coming through loud and clear.
You know, I don't throw the word hero around a lot. Come over here and let's discuss, huh? You know, you make a strong argument. I believe I can agree to your terms. I also know you didn't have to stick your neck out for me. I appreciate it. Truly.
It's true. You've worked real hard putting things right for us. None of us are going to forget what you've done. But that really just leaves one last topic for us to discuss. Doesn't it? Crane, you ready to listen? I'm just warning you, I can't guarantee you're going to be happy with what I'm about to say. Yes. At least, well... It's better I walk you through the whole thing at once. You ready to hear it? Okay. Follow me. So, I've known where Crane is. I know where his treasure is. But, well, there's a problem. Honey, you awake? You want to give him a little nudge? Boy! That's all he's...
Jesus, Duchess.
Boy, is
That thing's been up here the whole time?
That thing is Crane, Solomon. And what exactly would you have liked me to do with him?
Put it out of its misery. Those things are killers, Duchess. Paulie and I have the scars to prove it.
I don't recall yielding the floor to debate here. You agree with me, don't you? I swear, he wasn't this bad before. I found him, just resting on the stoop at an ungodly hour, looking like he got burned. It wasn't until I got his shirt off that I saw the crystals. I thought about bashing his head in with a hammer right then, but he didn't fight me. He wanted me to tie him up because he didn't want to hurt anybody. No monster would do that. You have to see he is a person. Exactly.
Okay, fine. But that person is fucking dangerous. And those things, they nearly killed Paulie and I once. I can't let that happen to the rest of you. I promise. I'll do it with dignity. But I'm killing this thing if no one else is going to.
Solomon, I wasn't even thinking of... You're right. Do it.
Thank you, Duchess. I'll make it quick. Unless... you want to take care of it? And who knows how long that'll take? We just wait around for this thing to get loose in the hopes that someone out there finds it? No. I'm sorry, but Crane's gone. The only decision to make here is, are you doing it? Or am I? Murder? No, You're right, I guess. Well, what about... We'll let him go. He's out of our hair and gets a fighting chance at a life. Who knows? Maybe he'll last long enough for someone to find a cure. All right?
Maybe he gets lucky. Be a nice change for you, wouldn't it, Mr. Crane? Fine. We'll let him go. I'll take care of the arrangements. Get him far, far away from here. In the interim, honey, you're gonna need to reach into Crane's pocket there and grab a map and a keycard. Just try not to get bit. According to that map, the treasure is in some kind of special cache tucked away inside Golly Mine, sealed away behind a keycard locked door.
Golly Mine? That's where Polly and I tracked the Scorched.
Son of a... Does that... Did you lure those damn things here when you found the cache?
You sure you still wanna let him go?
Hush, Solomon. Now, this cache. I tried to check it out myself, but I didn't get real far. You're already intimately acquainted with Golly, so I suspect you've got the best shot at actually laying hands on whatever's in there. So, here are my terms. I will let you keep said map and access card. No strings attached. As payment for everything you've done for us. But I need your word you'll come back. And buy a drink every now and then. And none of that cheap stuff I serve to the scrappers in Saul.
Hey!
I'm just realizing that having the right people in your life is more important than chasing riches. You bet your ass I am. I have big plans to bilk our new resident treasure hunter for every cap he's got. Now, there anything else you want to discuss before heading out? No idea, sweetheart. He was only ever here alone. If he did have kids, well, they're long gone. Good luck. You should get going. We'll clean this up.
Pip-Boy. Detected. Registration complete. Countermeasures disabled. You may now present Pip-Boy at access point. Valid Pip-Boy detected. Access granted. Welcome, prospective Robco customer.
Back, huh? So, gave it some thought, and you were right. About Crane. And even though you handled it with the grace of a tap-dancing ox, I was being selfish. I put everyone at risk, and you fixed that. You rescued my people. Only this time, it was for me. So thank you. Huh. Mouth's as smart as the rest of you, isn't it? True to yourself, at least. Regardless, down to business. You look like you've got something to share with the class, so go on. What'd you find? Huh. Well, I'm sorry to hear it. Happy to spot you what pittance I've got left to make up the difference, but it's certainly not as much as you deserve. What I will do is foot you a discount. You'll never pay full price here while I'm still above the ground. Really, it's about the least I could do at this point. Honestly, thank you. We're on our feet now because of you. You take care of yourself out there, honey. One wayward soul to another.
I would want to be Rucker. Never thought a single person could be spread so thin. There's times you've got to accept the cards you were dealt. Learn to make the best of it. A safe haven filled with people trying to help others.
There's a chest set around here.
Feels like I've died and gone dead. Well, hell is out the window.
Now that that's settled, did Miss Rucker have any other requests I could help with? Well, hello, darling. A pleasure to meet another guest of our fine establishment. I am Orlando, your host and management liaison. If you'll pardon me for... That will be all. Please give... If you are here for leisure, I regret to inform... However, if you are here for the refuge and the fine work of the lovely... Ah, perhaps you have not heard. The White Spring is... The refuge is... They found it. Food, Of course, dear. The owners of the White Spring itself. The resort, hotel, golf course, all of it. Very much still alive, I assure you, though regrettably unable to oversee affairs in current circumstances. As such, now that we have new guests, they have sent me in their stead to take care of things as needed. I couldn't be more pleased to do so. A delicious opportunity to be of help and meet fascinating people such as yourself. Anyone in need of help, yes. You appear more well off than our usual guests, though, if I may say so. Less bedraggled than those poor souls. Armed. The refuge exists primarily to serve those who cannot help themselves. The starving, the sick, the homeless. There is a clinic, a kitchen, beds, recreational facilities, all manner of care to be found here. I'm so pleased to be able to assist in my own small way, of course.
The White Springs decor is refined and decadent. Don't listen to any naysayers.
I love Esme's cooking. It's been so long since I've had food with actual flavor.
What a wonderful thing for you to ask, darling. I knew there was something special about you from the moment I saw you. As it happens, the responders are looking for volunteers to assist them in a particular outreach effort. Those industrious wonders have repaired a vertibird to full working order and are using it to make contact with more distant settlements. They've made allies with people in Pittsburgh. The locals call it the Pit now, who seem to be in dire need of outside assistance. If you don't mind me saying so, you look like you can handle yourself.
It's been sunny all week. I love it here.
Change your mind, darling? Interested in helping the responders, after all? Well, they'll be better able to explain the details, but I believe they're looking for fighters, actually. Their contacts in the pit are in something of a desperate situation, it seems, against a dangerous enemy. I hate the thought of you putting yourself in such danger, but it does appear to be for a good cause. Oh, you're terribly brave, aren't you, dear? Imagine if we all had such courage. Now, darling, before anybody bundles you off, the first thing you should do is introduce yourself to some of the responders. I just so happen to know a few in need of more local assistance, and helping them will earn you the other thing you'll need. That other thing being, of course, their trust. The vertibird does belong to them, after all. My dear, you must understand, much as I would like to, my responsibilities do not permit me to do so. I am but a humble employee of the management. The vertibird is not the property of the White Spring itself, and is thus outside my purview. I hope you will not begrudge me my loyalty. I find myself quite fond of you already.
He likes to organize his stamps. Nothing else. shells of his.
In an ideal world, darling, I'm sure they would. Sadly, this is not that world, and any reticence on their part is understandable. I don't want to speak for the responders, but I believe they may also see this as more for their union friends than for themselves. Your assistance with their more immediate concerns will ensure everyone benefits. Isn't that a good outcome? Our lovely Ms. Rucker is the closest thing to a leader the refuge has, though I believe she's less than comfortable with the title. You can find her in their headquarters, beyond the dining area. The darling chef, Miss Rousseau, needs some assistance in the kitchen, I hear. And Ms. Wagner, over in the common area, is looking for donations. I'm sure your generosity will be well rewarded.
Mr. Della Ripa only likes to...
No need for such sour looks, darling. If the gratification of having done good deeds for your fellow Appalachians is not enough, I'm sure there will be ample rewards. When you're done, speak to Mr. Skippy Rorich. He's a representative in the refuge. No doubt he'll want to explain the situation in the pit before you depart. Do feel free to visit me at your leisure if you wish to chat. I have an office in the management wing. You can't miss it.
Oh, these robots sure make my job easier.
Please have a seat. Someone will be with you shortly.
Bonjour! My name is Esme Rousseau, but most people around here know me as Chef Esme. We've had some representatives from Foundation and Crater come here seeking assistance with the recent influx of refugees. I thought that we could help them out by providing some food for their people. I've started a pot of venison and potato stew, one of my newest creations. Would you be able to help me finish it?
I can't get at the back by myself.
How wonderful! I can't wait to whip up something delicious for everyone! The stew requires potatoes, venison, salt, black pepper, and carrots. The ingredients can be found in our storage area. Your job is to grab the ingredients and put them in before the stew burns. Super! Let's have you start by stirring the stew, which will help keep it from burning. Remember to continuously stir during the cooking process. My friend, I hope you will stop by and join us for dinner sometime. Oh, me? Of course. What would you like to know? Oh, well, I've loved cooking for as long as I can remember. My papa was an amazing chef in France, and together we would cook meals for Maman. Dinner time was our favorite time together. I had dreams of owning my own restaurant one day. But alas, that was not in the cards for me. However, I do so enjoy making food for everyone here at the refuge. I like to think that my meal brings a touch of humanity back into the world.
Only got attacked by Scorch once.
Oh, my absolute favorite is bœuf bourguignon. My papa and I would always make it together on cold winter days. It warms my heart and soul. Perhaps if one were to braise the venison in red wine before adding it to the stew. I spent so long just trying to survive all by myself. And then I heard about the White Spring opening its doors to refugees. I knew the responders here would have many mouths to feed, and I had missed cooking for other people oh so much. I figured it would be as good of a way as any to spend my time. Besides, it's such a lovely place, is it not? So luxurious. Life feels truly worth living again, now that I have a home and people to cook for. Of course! It is such a lovely place, is it not? Oh, Orlando? What a sweet person that one is. I love what they're doing here at the White Spring, allowing us all into their home. I feel so blessed to be welcomed here as the chef. I absolutely adore having more people to cook for. I've never met anyone quite like him. So very interesting, no? I am so glad that he helped lead all these people away from the pit. It sounds like such a terrible place to live. I hope that they can find some respite here at the refuge. No one here works harder than Rucker. If I didn't chase her down, I don't think she would ever eat. She's truly a wonderful person who devotes her time and energy to helping other people feel safe.
It's been sunny all week. I love it here.
Sure, whatever you'd like. Au revoir.
These robots sure make my job easier.
Oh no, the stew has burned. Do not be discouraged though. Without failure, there is no improvement. Here is your stew. Something is better than nothing, yes? Hopefully, either the settler or raider representative will find some use for this. I last saw them in the bar area.
There's no problem too big to solve.
Well, seems like timing is one of your strong suits. Look, I can stitch up a gash with the best of them. But Appalachia, well, she can do a lot worse than cut us open. Got a lot of folks here with sickness we don't understand, and injuries we don't know how to treat. What we need more than anything is know-how. So I propose we trade. What I got that I don't need, for what you need that you don't got. I've heard you're looking ahead into the pit. And the only safe way out of Appalachia is that metal bird Lennox has perched up on the roof. She don't fly without my approval, and right now, you ain't got it. So, that's the deal. You bring back medical information that'll help me figure out how to help these folks. And I'll okay your little expedition.
It's a shame. I can't get at the back by myself.
Hope you don't mind a trip over to Cranberry Bog. Can the responders count on you? Now this one might be tricky. Watoga Emergency was almost entirely run by robots. But even robots had to tell their patients how to take care of themselves once they left the hospital. What we're looking for there is any record of that information so we can do the same for our patients here in the refuge. So, how about it? Nice. Well, let's get to it then. Anything you're able to find, go ahead and bring it back to our lead medic. I'll let her know to look for you. Good luck out there. Oof, don't need a Geiger counter when you're glowing like a Christmas tree.
I was out scavenging for food earlier. Only got attacked by Scorched once.
I heard about what happened in Morgantown. I know it was way back, but I'm glad they chose to send me somewhere safe and not somewhere like that. Folks don't join the responders for caps. They join to make a difference.
It ain't broke? Then double check. It's probably broke.
I think I heard a Protectron bark the other day. Am I going crazy?
The potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh and only a few rounds.
Please seat yourself. A waiter will be with you shortly. Guest security is our priority. Repairs will be completed shortly. Thank you for your patience.
You have anything to do with this place? We got a bunch of people coming into Crater, trying to eat all our food.
Haven filled with people trying to help others? It feels like I've died and gone
You're
to
messing
heaven.
with me, right?
Or hell.
I don't
if
take
you
kindly to
don't
people
believe.
messing with me. Go away. Now.
It's nice to see people around in the responders uniform again.
Can't believe that's a step up in the world if I've ever seen one.
I suppose a nice refuge like this is worth more hungry mouths. With all these supplies, we could really do some good trading with the White Spring.
So this is a place that's bringing all these damn people to Appalachia.
Helping people is our chief mission. The cool uniforms are just a nice bonus.
I could really use a drink. Maybe on the job.
Look at the ailments on these refugees. The pit must be a real hellhole.
These refugees wouldn't last one day in Crater.
Wow, they've really gotten set up here.
There's a lot of supplies here that look ripe for the picking.
It's nice to see people around in the responders uniform again.
Wonder if they have any chems laying around here.
I suppose a nice refuge like this is worth more hungry mouths.
Why even bother helping people that can't help themselves?
I sure hope this mole rat bite doesn't get infected.
I wouldn't want to be Rucker. I never thought a single person could be spread so thin.
Maybe I come off a little too strong. No, maybe not strong enough. I bet power armor training's tough. Not that scribe training isn't hard too.
I love Esme's cooking. It's been so long since I've had food with actual flavor.
I heard there's a chess set around here if you ever want to play.
This wanton robot tried to give me a haircut before running off. It's a shame. I can't get it the back by myself.
Nothing like the feeling of a good job done well.
Just a little longer, Ellison. Valdez will see everything you have to offer. You will see.
I could really use a drink, but Rucker wants us sober on the job. Check in with the medics if you're feeling under the weather.
Considering all the places I could have ended up, I'm extremely lucky I'm here. I've never felt safer.
Orlando is very charming, but to be honest with you, I'm not really sure why they're helping us.
I should check if those Blue Ridge folks carry letters, too.
The work I do is extremely rewarding, but boy is it tiring.
If you see anyone struggling out in Appalachia, be sure to tell them about the White Spring.
Robot butlers? Is this a refuge or a palace? You'd think with all that tinkering Skippy does that he'd come up with something more medicinal.
This place could stand to have some cats.
It's been sunny all week. I love it here.
This place could stand to have some cats.
One of the other initiates said I reek of desperation. I don't smell anything.
Helping people is our chief mission. The cool uniforms are just a nice bonus.
I think I heard a protectron bark the other day. Am I going crazy?
Nothing like the feeling of a good job done well.
There's times I worry I'm not doing enough or that I'm not good enough.
The potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh and only a few rats.
Reassuring myself again.
There's no problem too big to solve.
If you're caught out and about with no place to go, the responders have an outpost in Flatwoods.
Appalachia's supposed to be the safest place around. But I've heard of the monsters that lurk in the woods here, and I'm not so sure about that.
A safe haven filled with people trying to help others? It feels like I've died and gone to heaven. Or hell, if you look out the window.
Always make sure to boil your water before you drink it. It's been sunny all week. I love it here.
Considering all the places I could have ended up, I'm extremely lucky I'm here. I've never felt safer.
Hope you're doing all right, Mama. You're always in my thoughts.
I think I heard a protectron bark the other day. Am I going crazy? Oh, I can't wait until dinner.
Damn, that blood bug sting was nasty. I wonder what it was like pre-war when they were tiny.
Oh, these robots sure make my job easier.
This is a little too pushy.
hope you're doing all right, Mama. You're always in my thoughts.
The potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh and only a few rads.
There's no problem too big to solve.
That power armor training's tough. Not that scribe training isn't hard too.
If you ever find yourself in a bind, you can always call on us. Helping people is our chief mission. The cool uniforms are just a nice bonus.
Should I practice my pitch? Nah, who am I kidding? I've been doing this all decade.
Watoga Emergency Medical Services is here to help. Speak to our friendly automated receptionist for immediate assistance. Watoga EMS is currently experiencing...
Crimes aren't going to solve themselves. Move out!
Check my doorknob, but you can't come in. Check my doorknob, but you can't come in. Check my doorknob, but you can't come in. Guess you better let me be. Thought you put me on the rack, and I'd be there when you got back. But I'm running on another track.
Rucker said to be looking for you. I hope you were able to track down those patient care instructions.
You might not need it, but
Well, Appalachia's never really given the responders any breaks, you know? There's so much we don't know how to treat. Sometimes it's hard to know if we're even treating the right thing. With how many sick and wounded we get coming in here, we need every advantage we can get. And the information you're bringing us provides us that advantage in a big way. We'll be flying a lot less blind with these patient instructions. For too long, we've just been guessing. Thanks to you, we don't have to anymore. You've done the responders a great service, and now it's our turn to get to work.
build up the refuge and give comfort to your fellow person.
So this is a place that's bringing all these damn people to Appalachia.
Somebody else does. If you got some spare supplies burning a hole in your pocket, why not help us help others? You're already here.
Can't believe
you might as well invest in the future.
Step up in the world if I've ever seen one.
Donations. Drop off your donations over here. Help support the responders. Build up the
we
refuge
could always
and
use
give
an extra
comfort
hand
to your
around
fellow
here.
person. You might not need it, but I guarantee somebody else does. If you got some spare supplies burning a hole in your pocket, why not help us help others? You're already here. You might as well invest in the future. Donations. Drop off your donations over here. Help support the responders. Build up the refuge and give comfort to your fellow person.
Wait until dinner.
You might not need it, but I guarantee somebody else does.
Just a little longer, Ellison. Valdez will see everything you have to
If you got some spare supplies burning a hole in your pocket, why not help us help others? You're already here. You might as well invest in the future. Donations. Drop off your donations over here. Help support the responders. Build up the refuge and give comfort to your fellow person. You might not need it, but I guarantee somebody else does. If you got some spare supplies burning a hole in your pocket, why not help us help others?
Considering all the places I could have ended up, I'm extremely
You're already
lucky
here.
I'm here.
You might as well invest in the future. Donations. Drop off your donations over here.
Oh, the work I do is extremely rewarding, but boy, is it tiring.
Help support the responders. Build up the refuge and give comfort to your fellow person.
Appalachia's supposed to be the safest place around. But I've heard of the monsters that lurk in the woods here, and I'm not so sure
You might not
about
need
that.
it, but I guarantee somebody else does. If you got some spare supplies burning a hole in your pocket, why not help us help others? You're already here. You might as well invest in the future.
Need anything?
Donations. Drop off your donations over here. Help support the responders. Build up the refuge and give comfort to your fellow person. You might not need it, but I guarantee somebody else does.
The potatoes here taste amazing. So fresh and only a few reds.
If you got some spare supplies burning a hole in your pocket, why not help us help others?
As long as I stay inside this lovely refuge, I'm all for it.
You're already here. You might as well invest in the future.
One of the other initiates said I reek of desperation.
Donations. Drop off your donations
I
over
don't
here.
smell anything.
It's driving me insane.
I spend all day outside
Help
trying
support
not
the
to get shot at.
responders. Build up the refuge
miss
and
how
give
simple life
comfort to
was
your
on the
fellow
farm.
person. Well, hello there, stranger. Pleased to meet you. I'm Sophie Wagner. Look around. The refuge. Quite a place, isn't it? I mean, sure, fancy pants, golf club, resort, that's nice, but I'm talking about the refuge. A haven for the lost, the dispossessed, the hungry, and unfortunate. A monument to our ability to have compassion for each other. Isn't it grand? Isn't it worth preserving, building, growing?
Oh, these robots sure make my job easier.
Sort of. Well, I haven't seen you around before, so, glad to have you. But I wasn't trying to recruit you anyway. I'm actually more in the material support end of things. Scouting for volunteers isn't really my department. Yes, exactly. You understand, I can tell. A future filled with people supporting each other, regardless of background or history. It's always good to meet someone who can see the big picture. Now, how'd you like to be a part of it?
There's times I worry I'm not doing enough or that I'm not good enough. I just try to remember that I managed to get here in the first place. There I go, reassuring myself again.
Now that's what I'm talking about. People supporting each other. You got the right spirit.
It's been sunny all
Rucker's put me in charge of running a bit of a donation drive. Have you met Rucker? She's amazing, you should. Anyway, it might surprise you to know an operation like this is always churning through supplies. We work hard to keep things in stock, and that funny Orlando character does their best to help out as well, but, well, we still have shortfalls. So here I am, asking generous folks such as yourself to help us fill in those gaps and keep the refuge running.
I could really use a drink, but Rucker wants us sober on the job.
I prefer to think of it as mutual aid. We're a community, pulling our collective resources so that nobody has to go without. Charity is more like the well-to-do buying a clean conscience by giving away their table scraps. And it's not just hanging around. I need to get the donations packed, stored, logged, the whole 9 yards. Rucker's got a real quartermaster's mindset. So you better believe she wants it all squared away properly. Oh yeah, I guess I am. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Why shouldn't I be? We're living in the aftermath of the apocalypse. But here we all are in a place filled with people dedicated to helping each other. You ask me, that means we're pretty dang lucky, right? A lot to be excited about. Happy, even. Let me check my notes. Rucker's been in a tizzy because we just don't have enough wood to keep up. It'd be a big help if you could donate maybe 50 pieces of scrap. One less thing on Rucker's mind, you know. Yeah. The warm glow of providing aid to your fellow person. The joy of supporting a noble and worthwhile cause. Isn't that great? Okay. If that's not enough for you, Rucker's given the okay to dole out a little of some supplies we've got plenty of. I got a feeling you might be helping out there. So I bet you'll find a use for these. Well, trees. Lots of fallen trees around. And anything made of wood, really. If it's even partly made of wood, you can scrap it.
This wanton robot tried to get me a haircut before running off. Shame.
That's okay. Who just carries that around in their pockets or whatever, right? I'll be here all day, though. If you want to come back, bring it by later. If you can, of course. You know where to find me. It'd really make my day if you did.
Sorry, I'm not much for conversation. Allison talked my ear off.
I heard about what happened in Morgantown. I know it was way back, but I'm glad they chose to send me somewhere safe and not somewhere.
All wines and spirits. Age a minimum of 25 years.
It's a little too cushy.
These refugees wouldn't last one day in Crater.
I heard a bunch of nerds arguing over comic book heroes yesterday. Aren't there more important things to worry
You
about?
look a bit sickly. There's a poultice my mama taught me how to make. Maybe you should try it.
To forget about how much I care for you.
One hit is all it took to realize we'd made a terrible mistake. Even for degenerates as celebrated as ourselves, this was too much. The trip wasn't bad, it was glorious, horrifyingly so. We knew instantly that this was what money could buy. And we knew we'd never have it again. We witnessed firsthand the life that was being kept from us. And as much as we wanted to reach out and take it, we couldn't do anything more than slump in our chairs and watch as it drifted away. The consequences would be more than spiritual. Every inch of our bodies yearned for more after that first hit. Addict-doll wouldn't be enough to cure this hunger. No, maybe nothing will.
Maybe I come off a little too strong. No, maybe not strong enough.
Oh, I can't wait until dinner.
Glad to see you've returned. Are you ready to donate? You do? Amazing. Thank you so much. This is going to be a big help. It just so happens I got a little something for you as a reward for your generosity. We might need a lot of things, but you know how it is. Poor in one way, rich in another. I put together some of what we can spare for you. And I've got a feeling you're gonna need them. See? Mutual aid. Everybody wins. Thanks so much for the help. Drop by again. If I know Rucker, I'll be looking for something new every day. Take care of yourself.
I love Esme's cooking. It's been so long since I've had food with actual flavor.
It's just as bright as your food.
I could really use a drink. But Rucker wants us sober on the job.
Now isn't this a nice vacation, Jeremiah?
There's a lot of supplies here that look ripe for the picking.
Always a pleasure to see a
If the
guest.
refuge as he does into the Brotherhood, we'd have utterly destroyed.
Hey there. Don't think we met. I'm Skippy Rorich. Something I or the Union can do for you? What's a Skippy look like, huh? Call me Skip if you like that better, or whatever you want. Just don't call me Mr. Rorich. Never felt right, that. Took me weeks to get that Orlando character to stop doing it, at least my face. The Union is a sort of a... I guess you might call us a confederation, or a resistance. People banding together for defense. See, there's a group in the pit. Calls themselves fanatics. All they care about is conquest. They want the whole pit for themselves. They roll into your area. You either join them, they force you to labor for them, or they kill you. And they're coming for everybody. The Union's the only thing standing between them and their total conquest of the pit. As much as we're able, anyway. That's right, looking for someone to help us take the fight to the fanatics. Surprised we got a taker, actually. You are interested, right? Bad. Don't get me wrong. It's home, and I want us to keep it. But we got hit bad in the war, and we've never recovered. Lots of radiation. Some areas are badly toxic, with all the junk that got blasted into the air or spread around from the factories. People are sick a lot. From one thing or another, and food can be hard to come by. Hell, some of the city's still on fire, I think. But some of the factories survived, and we got them running. Gives us access to things you can't get anywhere else. Might even be able to rebuild, if it weren't for the fanatics. The Union's back's against the wall. We're doing our best to hold off the fanatics. Keep them from taking everything. Occasionally, we win some small victories, but not a lot. Got a couple of situations back there right now where an extra hand might tip things in our favor, at least for now. I don't want to call it mercenary work, but I'm not gonna lie. You'll be going there to fight. Fantastic. Let me just get Rucker in here. It's her bird, after all. Thanks for coming by, Rucker. Looks like we got a volunteer to take a trip out to the pit.
We've met. Had a feeling you might be up for this when you came by earlier. Guess I was right.
Figured you should be involved, if we're gonna borrow your plane.
Don't let Lennox hear you call it a plane. She takes it personally. Anyway, sure thing. You've done right by me. So you got the okay for me. Sophie and Esme tell me you helped them out too. So as far as the responders are concerned, you're good to go.
Well, we got two different locals I know are in need of help. Locals are what we call union groups that act independently. Local 42's in the industrial district. Hex, their leader, is struggling to keep her people alive and retake a foundry from the fanatics. We got another over in the trench working against a fanatic forced labor camp. Danilo is your contact there. Haven't heard from the other locals recently, but I'm sure we'll be hearing from them if they got trouble too. It's up to you who you want to help right now. Maybe you'll consider going back again later for the other. No can do, sport. I'll go back one day, but right now, I'm more use here, rustling up support to send back there. I'm not young enough to be much use on the front lines anymore. Fair enough. What do you want to know?
A safe haven filled with people trying to help others?
Hell, you've got raider gangs here, right? I've heard about your Blood Eagles. The fanatics are something like them, but more organized. Imagine every single raider gang you've ever heard got together and decided to make like Genghis Khan. Sweep over everything. Kill anyone who won't join, and put anyone too weak to fight into forced labor camps. Everything that's not theirs they take. That's the fanatics. And be glad they're not here. Well,
I can answer that, Skippy. First of all, we've got refugees here from the pit. People who've made it all the way down on foot or in caravans. And the best way to help that situation is to help people not need to flee the pit in the first place. Second, the Union's the best chance of stability the pit's got. The responders don't just want to triage in the world. We want to help it rebuild one day. We'll need allies to do that.
It doesn't hurt that we've got factories that can still make manufactured goods either.
No, it does not.
I prefer volunteers to suckers. I'm not running some kind of scam here.
The answer is no, by the way. We run some regular sorties, trade some supplies, carry messages. Our radios don't reach that far, so communication's either us or waiting for caravans.
All right. All set? Got everything? Great. This means a lot to the Union. I'll make sure you're well rewarded for it. I might have some other things I need help with here in Appalachia, too. I'll let you know. Good luck up there. We're counting on you.
Hope you're here about the supplies I ordered. Wait. No, that's someone else.
My friends didn't want to join up with me. Said the responders sounded like too much work. Wonder what they're doing now.
I can't remember the last time I read.
I wonder if I can loop this thing. Whoa, hey, now you look interesting. What's up? I'm Lennox. First place we checked out after we got the old girl working again. Far enough to prove her out, close enough for our fuel. The city's in bad shape. Real bad. Of course, I only saw it from the sky, mostly. I stay with the bird and leave the hiking to others. They only shot at us a little when we flew over, not too bad. Nothing she can't handle. We got a safe LZ now, so that shouldn't happen again. Probably. Fully fueled up, she'll get us there, no problem. Us and any friends you want to bring along. And back, in case you were worried about that. Unless someone hits us with an RPG or something. I'm like, 85% sure that won't happen. Yeah, right on. About time we made another trip out there. I mean, me and my girl here. You haven't been, I guess. Rucka said somebody'd be coming by. Guess you're it. If you're all set, I'm ready when you are. She's all fueled up for the trip out and back. I'm a miracle worker in the sky, but even I can't make her fly on willpower alone. Now I get my girl ready for takeoff, and you just tell me when you're ready to go.
Attention, people of Appalachia. Broadcasting to the people of Vault 76.
Good, because it is time yet again.
If you're interested in joining the baddest gang of outlaws in the wasteland, come find me at the top of the world. Chem addicts welcome. Free love.
You can stop driving.
Need to hit Rucker up. See if they can get some more rivets.
Scourge reported in your vicinity. Have forward observer use recon scope for Defiance artillery strike. At Victorium. Priority message